Today we break down Deadpool Batman #1. The wait is finally over. The first Marvel and DC official crossover in over 2 decades. And let me tell you, you're in for a treat. Batman and Deadpool wouldn't have been my first choice for a DC and a Marvel character to cross over, but it works and there's a lot of fun Easter eggs, so let's get into it. The issue starts off in Wayne Manor with Bruce Wayne sitting in a robe, staring at his laptop while saying to himself, another night in Gotham, another dead end. He's being careful this time, hiding below the surface, but I see his intentions scribbled on the fabric of my city. A shipment of neostegmine never arrives at Gotham University. Robinson Botanical Gardens reports a missing pallet of chemicals. Bruce then continues to list chemicals that have gone missing and says he's making Joker venom, enough to infect a small country. I have to find him now, Bruce says. How many times have I been here before, looking for answers in the night, knowing that when they come, all too often, they come without warning. We continue to see him sit in the same spot he sat in Batman Year One, staring out the window. But this time, instead of a bat crashing through the window, it's Deadpool saying, "Playtime's over, Wayne. Let me see those hands." Deadpool then looks at Bruce's laptop saying, "Neo, Stegmine, oh whoa, this is embarrassing. I saw the silk robe and laptop and thought, sorry, I thought I was about to witness some aggressive self-care." Bruce then says, "I'm gonna ask this once. Who the hell are you?" Deadpool replies, "Oh, you don't know? It's okay. I'm not from around here. Don't be embarrassed." Bruce says, "I'm not embarrassed." As Deadpool goes on to say, "They call me Deadpool. Also, the Merc with the mouth. A nickname I got because I'm hilarious and for no other reason. Anyone who tells you different is lying. Or I was really drunk." Bruce then says, "Oh God," as Deadpool won't shut up. Deadpool then says, "Yeah, I hurt people for money. In town for a job. Don't worry, you're not the job. You can stop freaking out." Bruce says, "I'm not." As Deadpool continues to say, "I want to double dip while I'm in town, looking for some dirtbag with disposable income who might need someone disappeared. Which brings me to you." Bruce is all like, "Not interested," as Deadpool tells him, "Come on, you're billionaire Bruce Wayne. Name is plastered all over the city. You don't have any business associate you need silenced?" Bruce says, "I'm not that kind of billionaire." Deadpool keeps yapping while Bruce just stares at him, so Deadpool walks away saying, "Whatever, if you can't respect me enough to have an honest conversation about your disgusting and shameful proclivities, I'm out of here. Should be focusing on catching this Batman guy anyway." Bruce says, "Excuse me?" As Deadpool says, "Batman, heard of him? Some guy who dresses like a bat," which I'm assured is grim and scary, even though that's clearly hilarious. Sounds made up, I know, but I'm being paid a lot of money to hunt him down. Bruce just continues staring at Deadpool saying, "You may find that difficult. Batman is at home in the shadows. No one finds him unless he wants to be found." But Deadpool is too distracted by seeing the bat signal in the sky saying, "I'm sorry, what the hell is that? You don't think that's some kind of, I don't know, a call or something, do you?" Bruce answers, "Of course not. It's a bat signal," as Deadpool jumps out of the window saying, "A bat signal? Oh, whoa, there's no way this guy is serious. He's absolutely doing a bit. This is going to be easy. See ya, sicko." And as Deadpool goes to find Batman, Bruce says, "I guess I'm going back out." We're then taken to Gotham City Police Headquarters, where we see Jim Gordon standing next to the bat signal as Deadpool climbs his way on top of the rooftop saying, "Excuse me, is this the line to meet Batman?" Jim then shows Deadpool his gun saying, "That's close enough. James Gordon, Gotham City PD." As Deadpool hunches over, catching his breath, he says, "You don't need to tell people you're a cop all the time. That great Santini stash screams it from the top of your lip. Let me guess, grizzled, play by your own rules, still sneak a smoke between panels." Gordon rebuts saying, "Let me guess, maladjusted, tenuous grip on reality, no moral compass. I've worked Gotham long enough to know a lunatic when I see one." Deadpool then puts his sword to Gordon's face as Gordon says, "You shouldn't have pointed that at me, son." Deadpool asks, "Oh yeah? Why is that?" He then looks behind him saying, "Oh, that's a good tingle," as we see Batman swoop down, giving Deadpool a stiff elbow, knocking him to the ground saying, "Welcome to Gotham." Deadpool says, "Holy crap, Batman, you're terrifying. I hate myself for saying this, but the bat thing, it works." Batman says, "I know," as Deadpool continues saying, "And the voice, so effective. It's a shame I have to beat your ass." Deadpool then tries to punch Batman saying, "Hi-ya," but Batman easily blocks and punches Deadpool in the face while saying, "I think you meant Kia." Deadpool then grabs his jaw saying, "Ow, so you're slightly better than me at karate. Too bad I brought toys." Batman then smirks saying, "So did I," as he throws 3 batarangs into Deadpool's forearm, causing him to drop his sword, followed by smoke pellets to the face, disorienting Deadpool, but Deadpool just pulls out his gun saying, "Okay, I didn't want to use these because I heard they make you cry, but..." And before Deadpool can finish his sentence, Batman has him tied up. Let's pause for a second, because this is pretty huge. Deadpool just admitted that Batman is better than him at karate, which essentially means Batman is the better fighter, as Deadpool himself just admitted. So that should put some debates to rest, as this issue is canon. Batman is even wearing his new batsuit designed by George Jimenez for the brand new main continuity Batman book. Anyway, after Batman subdued Deadpool, Deadpool says, "Okay, wait, you're right, we're too evenly matched. Batman responds, I never said that. Deadpool continues to say, look, we all want to know which one of us would win, but the point is, we earned each other's respect. That much is clear. Batman then says, clear to who? As Deadpool finally says, what I'm trying to say is, I can't bring myself to murder you, Batman, as he drops his guns. Batman responds, at no point was I in danger of being murdered. Jim then says, this idiot's wasted enough of our time, Batman. We have bigger fish to fry. The Joker just sent us a message. He's giving you 6 hours to find them before he unleashes 30 tons of Joker venom on Gotham City. Unless he's bluffing. Batman replies, he's not. Every chemical needed was stolen across Gotham on August 8th. He's had plenty of time to synthesize the serum. Deadpool says, August 8th? That was a full moon. Batman says, it was. And Gordon says, you freaks are obsessed with lunar cycles, aren't you? Deadpool says, no, that's her business. Gross. In any case, Deadpool goes on to say, but a full moon, that comes in handy in my line of work. Batman adds, moonlight. No flashlight to attract attention. Good for a heist. Deadpool says, that's right, tides get lower to coastal caves. Open up in case you need to hide a body. Batman adds, or something else. And then says, Gordon, get me a map. Once they get the map, Gordon says, I'll be hundreds of caves only accessible at low tide. Ship graveyards mostly. Abandoned because of rising sea levels. Batman says over half of them big enough for Joker's purposes. And we have less than 6 hours to search them all. Deadpool then says, I'll help. Wait, are you thinking what I'm thinking? It takes a madman to catch a madman. Let's just say I'm available. This is great. Batman says, we're running out of options, as Gordon says, you can't be serious. We're then taken to a bit later where we see Deadpool in the Batmobile with Batman, as Deadpool is harassing Batman saying, bumpy ride, they should use the gravel in your voice to fill these potholes. That was a joke, don't worry. There's more where that came from, but seriously, I'm getting beat up here. This thing wasn't built for two. Batman tells him, I work alone, unless I have a Robin. As Deadpool says, yes, the boy wonder, fighting crime with a shapely young boy. Safe to assume you've already heard every joke I can make about that. As Batman just looks ahead sternly, Deadpool continues to say, that's what I thought. Great, saves me some time. For my part, I thank you for not revealing who I am under my mask. Batman responds, I wouldn't know where to start. Deadpool says, it's bad, right? This misshapen puss is the price I paid for my healing factor. Some procedure gave me both, which is why I didn't have to beat you back there, just had to get you into an enclosed space. As he unleashes sleeping gas on Batman in the Batmobile while saying, sorry buddy, a job's a job. Batman then slams his face against the windshield while Deadpool says, relax, the gas won't affect me. I'll be the designated driver. Wait, is this a stick? I can't drive a stick. As Batman passes out. We're then taken to some time later where we see someone is telling Batman, wake up, take a look around. You're in a special place on a special day, finally after all this time. The Joker gets the last laugh as we see Batman wake up in a place that looks like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride with the Joker standing right next to Deadpool. Deadpool says to the Joker, oh, I liked how you worked your name in there. Joker replies, don't step on my lines. I'm getting tired of telling you. Deadpool replies, got it, you're doing great. With the Joker saying, shut up. We then see Batman tied to a pole as he tells the Joker, this isn't like you, Joker, handing a vendetta to a subcontractor. Joker replies, true, but we've seen how my schemes usually go. It finally dawned on me, I've been self-sabotaging. So I committed to doing some deep work on myself, really look in the mirror. I've been relying on a crew of goons when what I needed was an accountability buddy. A peer to keep my executive dysfunction at bay. Batman asks, and where did you find this accountability buddy? And this is where we find out how Deadpool came to the DC universe, friends, because I know everyone's been wondering how the hell this crossover is even happening. You see, the Joker replies to Batman saying, Klarion, the witch boy hooked me up with one of his spells. You know, a mirror mirror hear my plea, show me one as mad as me deal. You get it? Unfortunately, my match was in another universe, so I had to hop on the cosmic treadmill, but that thing is harder to use than it looks. Wore myself ragged before I broke down and called Reverse Flash. But I don't hear the glutes complaining. Nightwing who? So there we have it, friends. Joker used a spell to show him Deadpool's existence, at which point he had Reverse Flash go get him from a different reality. At this point, Batman says, I have to hand it to you, Joker. It's brilliant. You found someone crazier than you. The Joker just stares at Batman saying, oh, I wouldn't say crazier. Batman replies, I would. You've spent a lifetime trying to drive me insane. That clown did it in an hour. Joker then starts getting mad saying, do not call him a clown. That's insulting. I'm the only clown here. Batman replies, you're right. He's something more. Terrifying, unhinged, but self-aware. The perfect opponent. A villain worthy of the Bat. A villain worthy of my obsession. The Joker then says, Wade, can I grab you for a second? Deadpool asks, what's up, boss? The Joker tells him, I don't want to make this awkward, but I've been working on this plan for a long time. I'd like to enjoy it with my nemesis. Talk about the old times. Look into his eyes as he dies. Just me and him. You understand. Deadpool replies, actually, I've been thinking, is it me or is he kind of special? Like once in a generation special. Are you sure you want to kill him? Joker tells him, I am. Yes. Deadpool responds, really? I'm getting obsessed with him. I could see us playing an extended game of cat and mouse, one that spans decades and slowly evolves into a de facto relationship that neither of us know how to end because against all odds it becomes the most important relationship in our lives. I don't know, just spitballing. Wait, we could both be his nemesis. I could be the younger, sexier, funnier one he truly fears, and you could be the one who laughs at his own jokes. The Joker gets really pissed off but says, what a fantastic plan. Let's shake on it. And when Deadpool shakes his hand, he pulls back, taking off his mask, saying, what the hell was that? As it zapped and stabbed his hand. Joker replies, just a little gag, an infection of Joker venom. I know it's not funny now, but give it a moment. I think you'll find it a real gas. We then see Deadpool become Jokerized, infected with the Joker venom, as he starts laughing uncontrollably, charging Batman with his sword out, saying, plans have changed, Batman. But Batman is able to use blades from his gloves to cut himself free, so Deadpool stops saying, oh, you did it yourself. I was gonna cut you free in light of the Joker double-crossing me. Would have been a big twist. Kind of disappointing, but in other news, I feel great. My mind's never been more clear. Batman says that's concerning considering you're teaming with Joker venom. Deadpool replies, I wouldn't worry about that. I'm sure my healing factor took care of it. Batman tells him, someone should tell your face. Batman then tells Deadpool stay here as he goes to the Joker saying, it's over, Joker. Joker replies, it's been over, Batman. There's enough Joker venom in that carousel to poison every man, woman, and child in Gotham. In 30 seconds, it'll be pumped through every utility pipe in the city, and there's only one way to stop it, a switch in the carousel center. Press it and the venom will detonate harmlessly while killing anyone dumb enough to play the hero. Do you see it now? Do you understand why we're both here? Whether in the fire of heroism or the shame of cowardice, Batman dies tonight. Batman then grabs Joker, slamming him against the wall as Joker laughs, saying, what will it be, Batman? It's my final joke and you choose the punchline, as Deadpool says, I got this one, partner, while laughing. Let's see one of your top young boys do this, Batman, as he presses the button at the center of the carousel, deactivating the venom, but blowing Deadpool up in the process. At this point, Batman throws Joker in the trunk of his Batmobile and goes to get in when he sees Deadpool come walking up saying, room for one more? Just kidding. The Man Wonder sits up front. Batman says, you put a dent in the Batmobile. Take it you can't drive stick. Deadpool replies, what are you, a detective? It was like that. Where are we going? Batman says, we're not going anywhere. You're going home. And you still got that stupid smile on your face. Deadpool replies, I do. It's gotta go away eventually, right? Guess that's what masks are for. Wait, you're just gonna leave after all we've been through? You said you were obsessed with me. Batman replies while sitting in the Batmobile, I said whatever I needed to say. I knew you were playing me the second you offered to help me with the case. Letting you capture me was the quickest way to find the Joker. Deadpool asks, you were that confident you could turn us against each other? Batman says, I was. Deadpool replies, big risk. Batman tells him, zero risk. But at the end of the day, you saved Gotham, so I'm going to let you go home. Don't let me catch you around here again. As Batman speeds off in the Batmobile, leaving Deadpool behind. Deadpool says, I get the message. If you love something, let it go. I see what you're doing. I love you too. As he says to himself, and looking at us, the readers, while peeking over the panel with the bat signal behind him, no harm in taking a little peek around the city, right? And with that, Deadpool Batman ends. What can I say, guys? This was a really fun issue, and I love the explanation of how Deadpool came to the DC universe with the cosmic treadmill and or the reverse flash and a little bit of magic. That just made all the sense in the world. And I also like how this issue kind of puts the debate to rest on whether or not Batman could beat Deadpool, because people are always asking, can Batman beat Wolverine? Can he beat Captain America? Can he beat Deadpool? Well, now we know he most certainly could beat Deadpool because he did, and he wasn't worried about losing to Deadpool at any point. In fact, he was extremely confident the entire time and did take him out. Not only that, he also tricked him when Deadpool thought he was tricking him. It was kind of like a reverse trick, if that makes any sense. But besides that, it was a really fun story. I like how they pulled Joker into this. Joker's the one who hired Deadpool to kill Batman, bringing him from a different reality, the Marvel Universe. I want to see more of this. We're going to see more of this in DC's version in November, and I cannot wait. Grant Morrison, Dan Mora, it's probably going to be fantastic. But that's just our 2 cents. What did you guys think of this issue, and are you excited for more? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments.